Hi, I'm here with Domonique Davis, who's currently sitting, I'm guessing, in your hometown of DeRrider. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's right, DeRrider.
DeRrider, Louisiana, on your porch, just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling.
Okay, that's cool. When are you going to Europe?
I'm not sure yet. They haven't given me an exact date, but I'm assuming in the next couple weeks.
Okay, that's cool. And how would you describe your hometown? It's like let's less than 10,000 inhabitants. So what is there to do? And how was it to grow up there?
Yeah. So we would basically just call it the country. It's not too much out here. Everybody here, you pretty much know everybody. Very small community. It was great growing up. We had to kind of make our fun up because it wasn't much to do. So we were always outside, always playing sports, in the community. So it was great. I enjoyed it.
Okay, and it's a tight-knit community, as you've said. Were there any like patterns or like events that you guys did on a regular basis? Something like
Um,
that to bring everybody together?
yeah, they had different community events. It's not really as much, after the whole world went through COVID, but
Yeah.
it's getting back to that. It could be closer, but it's getting back to it.
Okay, okay. And during, I think it was on the LSU website, you said that you started playing basketball since you could walk. Is that true?
Yeah, so my dad, he put the ball in my hands early. Like, I mean, as soon as I could, I guess, carry some, I had the ball in my hands. And we always tell a story, and this is how I say I chose basketball. Like, one day, me and my brother, we were playing, we had to be like 4 and 5, something young, playing on one of those small goals, you get it from the store, like the plastic ones.
Hmm.
And so we were playing, and the ball rolls. We're outside, and it's rolling, and then we go near the house next to us, and I push him because I wanted the ball. you know, I didn't want to hurt him. I just wanted the ball. So like that's where we was like, yeah, basketball is my sport. Um, but that was young, so I've been playing basketball since I don't remember a time where I didn't play basketball.
Okay, okay. And do you remember the first time when you noticed that you were pretty good at basketball?
Um, You know, like I think for the most part at a young age I was good, but I didn't really like lock in on it and be like, okay, I could go play college, I could go play pro until maybe like middle school or really beginning of high school. So
Okay. And the decision to go pro, if I may take just a leap forward, also happened like in high school, or did it happen much later?
no, when I realized I could be really good, I had dreams. Like I always had dreams to go pro, but I mean they're dreams. So I when I started realizing I could actually play at the next level, then I was like, yeah, I could definitely do that.
Okay, okay. And your high school career, 26 points per game as a junior, 25 as a senior. Did you always have a knack for scoring, and was scoring always your thing? Like where you score first, point guard, always on your team?
Um, no, I don't think because like honestly, I actually got yelled at a lot for passing the ball. So I always wanted to get people involved. I just wanted when I play basketball, whoever's playing with me, I just want them to have fun. Like I want everybody to touch the ball, move the ball, but I also like winning. So like I know I got to score the ball to win. So like I've always been able to score the ball really well. Um, so yeah, I would say I have a knack for it, but I wouldn't say I was. I do score the ball a lot, but I actually like passing a lot more. I
Okay.
just like everybody enjoying the game.
So coaches actually had to force you to like stop sharing the ball so much?
Yes, because I
Okay,
was
okay.
passing up. I was passing up shots that I could, get a ball to people. Just to. That's just how I was taught to play the game, and so it got to a point where in high school we're trying to win. We want to win a state championship. We want to win games. So I just got to keep scoring the ball. So it balanced out though.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
you've made three all-state teams back in high school. I think it was first you made the third, then the second, then the first, something like that
Mhm.
in the last 3 years, if I don't know if I remember correctly.
Uh, yeah, that was a
You,
long time ago. I know the
okay.
first year I didn't make first year, but I know my last 2 years, in high school I made
I think
first.
it was
So
third, second, and then first.
yeah,
Like
something like that.
yeah. So when did LSU come calling?
Um, it was like my sophomore year in that summer. I had a really good summer AAU because we played
Hmm.
basketball over the summer. I did really well against some really good other players in the country, and then I had a really good sophomore year as well. That's the year we had went to semifinals in our state. Um, so I had a really good year. And so I guess they wanted me to start coming to camps, so I started coming to camps and going on unofficial visits like to football games and stuff like that for just like a day or something. And that's when they was calling me. We were building that relationship, and I think that was my junior year when they made the official offers when I committed. So
Okay. And was there any other option for you other than going to
mhm.
like LSU? Did you
Yeah, for
consider any other
sure.
option actually, or not really?
Yeah, for sure. I had other offers. I had other interests as well. I did what they said committed early. So like
Okay.
when I had built that relationship with the coaches and with some of the players on LSU team, it felt like a good fit for me. So it was no reason for me to wait and see what else was out there because that's where I felt like I would do good and get better and could play at.
Okay. Okay. So you never considered like any other options. I mean, the schools wanted you, you just didn't want to go there
Well,
because
I considered them, of course. Like everybody who showed interest in me, I've always try to show interest back in some way because that's just obviously you taking the time out to do that for me. So I've always, it was definitely some other options, but at least it was like, I
okay.
mean, I'm a Louisiana kid from a small town.
Yeah,
If
that's what
LSU
I
come calling you, you
yeah.
don't tell them no.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your relationship with coach Nikki Fargas
Mhm.
like for the two
Yeah.
years that you guys worked together and earlier when she recruited you?
Yeah, so I had got Coach Nikki was great. We still have a good relationship. But I really got recruited by the point guard coach, the guard coach that they had at the time, Coach Butts, rest in peace. She was a great coach. She recruited me. She really recruited me heavy. And we built a great relationship. I didn't get to play under her because she did go. I think she moved back closer home to coach the year I went. I was going to LSU, but Coach Nikki was great. She helped me with a lot of stuff off the court that I needed. Them 2 years at LSU, it was tough mentally because a lot was going on off the court.
Hmm.
So we built a great relationship. She was great, and I love her and appreciate her for the opportunity she gave me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And back at LSU, or moving forward at LSU, you become a part of the founding. Can we call them founding mothers? Like the group of founding
It was
of the
um
Black Student Athlete Association, you know.
yeah.
So what was the goal of that organization and why did you guys decide to establish it?
Yeah, so during around the year 2020 when we had a lot of the protests going on, a lot of things politically going on that I didn't agree with, and a couple of my friends and other athletes at LSU, even some coaches, and this is where this is also a special shout out to Coach Nikki because she helped us get that off the ground, get it running. But basically, it was just a space for black athletes and other athletes of color, because a lot of stuff was going on that we just didn't agree with, and we knew the platform that we had, we
Hmm.
knew what type, and we knew coming from Louisiana, we knew the history in Louisiana,
Yeah.
so and just in our country in general, so we didn't agree with it, and we're at a point in our time where we could have either sat back and been quiet, but we wanted to give a safe space and a place for advocacy and a place where we could reach the community as well, because that's something I'm big on. Like, I'm from a small community, so going to LSU, it was important that we as college athletes with that platform we had was making sure those younger kids they seen us, they heard our voice. Um and so we just pushed for change in the community and politically as well. So that was the main goal for it.
Hmm.
So
And it's interesting that the university actually didn't have an organization like that before, right? That's kind
yeah.
of strange. And were your actions limited to just like on campus, or also did you reach out outside
Yeah,
and
so
just meet with people in general?
yeah, so we had a good so the founding group, the start we had was about 4 or 5 other athletes. Um and one of my close friends, he ran track at LSU as well.
Hmm.
And so something we wanted to do, we wanted to really affect the community at LSU, but to also affect the community in the city of Baton Rouge as well. But we knew if we could really get students at LSU, students even at Southern University that was up the road, if we could just bridge a gap and we show these like kids that you can be more, you can do this, you can do that, you can reach certain heights, that would help a lot. That would change a lot of situations in our country. So we were really big on trying to change, just use our platform for that. So we try to do both. Like we started at LSU, we try to fix things at LSU, and then we would spread out a little bit. But I only got to do it for a year. I do believe they still have the organization going, so that's good as well. So I know they're still doing good things out there.
Okay, okay. Because as you've said, you after 2 years you left.
Mhm.
Uh, what were the reasons for your decision to transfer to a different
Yeah.
university?
Um. Just I guess to sum it up. We just, Coach Moki, she's a great coach. She came in and she did what all athletes want you to do is be honest with them. Just, be straightforward with me, what we're doing, what's the plan for the team as a coach. And so she did that. We had a conversation and it just what I wanted to do and then what she wanted just it didn't align. So I wanted to play and it wasn't gonna happen there. So I had to make the best decision for my career. And I respect her 100% for being straight up forward with me because you don't get that a lot from all college coaches.
Yeah. And
So,
was it the first year or her second year that she brought along like 7 or 8 new players entered the university? That was
uh,
the year that you transferred?
yeah, that was the year I transferred because
Okay.
I believe we had about 7, 8 people leave
Leave.
too. So
Yeah,
it was
okay.
it all happened at once. So yeah, that was the same
Yeah.
time.
Okay, okay. So you
Mhm.
enter the transfer portal, and literally the next day, 24 hours later, Southern Miss coach Joye Lee-McNelis calls you, right? Was
Yep.
the call expected?
Um, well, first, rest in peace, my coach. She's an amazing lady. But no, it actually wasn't. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mindset with basketball, like, yeah, I wanted to play, but I just wasn't thinking. I just was gonna go to another small school in Louisiana, finish my college out, get my degree, and be cool. But Coach McNeil, she called me. First call I got the next day. I mean, early in the morning. And we got on the phone, and she had actually recruited me when I was in high school. And so when she called me, we didn't even talk about basketball for the first like 30 minutes. We're just talking and catching up. She asking about my family and stuff. And then we get to the basketball part. But yeah, I definitely didn't expect it, but it's crazy because my mom and my dad was talking the night before, the night when I entered the portal. They was like, my mom, she was like, who is that nice old lady from Mississippi? Like, she couldn't remember who it was. She was like
Mhm.
the nice elderly lady. She just couldn't remember her name. And so then the next day she calls me. It's like, wow. And she was waiting. She was waiting for me to go in the portal when the coaching change happened, which is crazy as well. So it's like it came full circle. Like you're supposed to be there. So I didn't expect it, but I definitely appreciate that.
Mhm. And from an academic standpoint, how would you evaluate your move to Southern Miss?
Academically,
Yeah.
I wasn't really big on school.
Okay. Okay.
But it was definitely it was a smaller school for sure. Like the campus wasn't as big as LSU. The city isn't like the city of Hattiesburg isn't as big as the city of Baton Rouge. But I adjusted pretty easily and smoothly, for the most
Okay.
part.
Because you majored in sports management, right? If I remember
Hmm.
correctly, something like that. So yeah, a lot. I think it aligned with your interest in basketball. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Any plans on sticking to it, to sports management when you eventually retire? Hopefully in like 15 or 20 years.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna use it because I wanna own like my own facility and run my own program and gym out
Awesome.
here in
Okay.
DeRrider. Like I want to put something out here, uh, for the community. I mean, we already do events, we do camps, all the training, all of that. Work with AAU programs, all of that. So I just want to make that bigger, and having that degree, it'll actually help me
Mhm.
do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely would be helpful in just getting a loan or just getting like an yeah.
Hmm.
Makes
For
sense.
sure.
Okay, so you didn't get much time playing for the Tigers, even under coach Fargas. But the Lady
Hmm.
Eagles immediately make you the starter. So how did it make you feel and how did that impact your game? And your obviously your confidence was impacted by that as well,
Hmm.
right? So how did you feel when eventually the ball was put into your hands?
Yeah. It felt amazing. Like I had went them 2 years at LSU. They were, I'm appreciative for them and they were great. But it had a lot of down moments as well, especially when it came to basketball. So when I went to Southern Miss, the conversation me and Coach McNelis had, she was like, she just wanted me to play ball like I did in high school. Like she just wanted me to go and enjoy the game. And so when I got on campus, my teammates embraced me, my other coaches embraced me, the community embraced me, and then so when I got on the court and they were just automatically playing, it just came natural. It was normal. It was nothing. I didn't know what to do. Like we said earlier, I've been playing this game for 20 years now. So my whole life. So this was nothing new. It was just getting that confidence back, and that was is a big shout out to my teammates, my coaches, my support system, the fans at Southern Miss. Like that just made it so much easier because I could definitely say when them first couple games came where I knew I was gonna be playing a lot. I knew I had to get back into that mode. It was nervous. I was nervous, but I had support around me. Nothing but uplifting moments. So it was great though. I was so happy to have that ball back in my hands. So
Yeah, and that confidence like allows you to make mistakes, right? Because you know that the next game you will have a chance to play still, no matter what happens,
hmm
which is awesome, right? So
yes, for sure.
yeah. So you graduate from Ole Miss eventually, and what happened next?
Mhm. Yeah, when I graduated from Southern Miss,
Southern Miss, sorry.
yeah, nah, you good. We just don't like that school up north. We call it the
Yeah, I
schools up
know.
north.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
not good. But nah. You know, when I had got to Southern Miss, that was another conversation me and Coach had. She was like, if you want that dream to go pro, still, we can make it happen. It's just gonna be a lot of work. You got a lot of work to do. I said, all right. So when I went there, I put that work in every day with her, and with my teammates. And so when I got the chance to my senior year came and all the numbers were good, we were doing good. We had won a ring for our conference the year before that. Like so
Mhm.
it was a lot of good things going into my senior year and all I had to do was finish strong. Um and we did that. We finished really well. We got to like the third round of the WNIT. We finished my
Mhm.
career strong, so I had the chance to go pro. I got a lot of talks from like the agents and things like that, different conversations. So the reality of me becoming a pro was even closer. Like it wasn't just a dream anymore. It's like it's right there now. You decide if you want to do it. And so at first we had got a couple interest calls, it felt like I was back in high school. And we were waiting for college coaches
Yeah.
to call, so that whole summer, and I had an opportunity to go somewhere else, but that deal had fell through with something on their side. And so then I get a call from Coach Nanad at Vosh's and they talk about it, the deal with my agent. I get on the phone with him, we talk and it just seemed right. Everything was fitting. the everything made sense, and it was a great move for me to go there. So
Yeah, but I mean, you really moved out of your comfort zone because even when you
yeah,
moved to Southern Miss, right? It's still the South. The culture is
yeah,
very similar, but
uh-huh,
suddenly you move like to a different continent and to Hungary.
yeah.
How did the move feel at first, and how did
Mhm.
you eventually learn to, well, adapt to
Mhm.
living in Budapest?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely well. So it was I had it was mixed feelings. Like it was some was new, some was different, and then cause like so my mom is military. I come from a military family,
Okay.
and so she was stationed in Germany for like 3 years when we were younger. So we went over there with her. I
Oh,
lived in
so you
Germany
already
for
were in
maybe
Europe. Okay, this makes
yeah. So
things easier, right?
uh-huh.
Kind of,
So
kind
uh-huh.
of.
So we lived there for about 3, 4 years. I can't remember. Something like that. We came back though because me and my brother, like I wanted to be around my friends. He would be
Hmm.
like, we don't want to be all the way over there.
And when you're there, you're
So
still living in like these small like enclaves of like other
mhm.
military people, so you're
Yeah,
not
so
really
we
a
were so
part
yeah,
of
we went
the
to
local
school.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We went to school with a lot of other like military kids, but
Hmm.
it was also like within the German community as well. Like I used to know how to speak it. I don't know no more though. I lost that. But no. So when I had the opportunity to go back overseas, it was yeah. I definitely was nervous. Like Baton Rouge is 2.5 hours from here, and southern and Mississippi and Miss Hattiesburg was 5. And so I was used to it. I spent my whole life in Louisiana and in the South. So when the opportunity came, it's like I couldn't pass it up though because like unless you're military in this area, not many people go that far. You know,
Hmm.
like we talk about with my friends and stuff. I talk with them all the time. None of them, I think that I grew up with since babies. None of them been on. So it's like I can't pass up the opportunity. So when it presented itself, I was like, I had to go. So when I did go, it was different. It was new. When I first got there, I was excited. You getting an adrenaline rush. I'm in a new place. It's amazing. It was beautiful. Like as soon as I stepped off the airport and we're driving through the city, it was beautiful. I loved how the city looked because I was fortunate to be in Budapest,
Hmm.
and so it was beautiful. It was amazing. But there was some times where I felt like I was by myself. Like I was just so far away from home, and nobody. I didn't have another American on my team,
Okay, so
so
you
it
lived
wasn't like
alone
I.
or you were with a
Yeah,
teammate? Okay,
no, I
okay,
lived alone. I lived by myself. I had my
okay.
own place. Great, a beautiful place by the. I don't know if you ever been, but they got a river that goes through
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So my apartment is right there next to it. So
Nice.
it was a great experience. But there were moments where I did miss home, and it did feel like I don't know if I could. It did get hard mentally just being so far away. But my teammates, they were great. My coaches were great. They always were including me in things. And then I got to meet other Americans on other teams. So we got to build bonds as well. So it was different. It was new, but it was a good experience. And it did have its moments, but for the most part, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And luckily, there's a couple of basketball teams in Budapest, so you can like,
Yeah.
hang out with people from other teams.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So now you're moving to Sepsi,
Hmm.
Transylvania, Romania. What do you know about your team?
Uh, I don't know too much. I know they're a winning team.
Oh.
They won a championship the last I think like 10 years. So they know how to win. They want to win. Um, they're passionate about the game. So I don't really know too much like as far as like the players individually yet.
Hmm.
But I do know and do understand the culture that I'm becoming a part of. Like they want to win. Got to talk to the coach, and we had good conversation about like where we're trying to do what we want to do, and that's just continue the tradition of what they've been doing. So
Yeah, and they are most definitely going to play in Europe, right? So you're gonna
Hmm.
get to do some
Hmm.
traveling, seeing the continent, which is kind of cool.
Hmm. Yep.
And what are your expectations for the season, just personally, individually, maybe on like,
Hmm. Uh, well, of course, I want to win. That's number one. You know, I want to do that. Uh, but also I just want to have a good experience because this is different. This is just another new. This is a new step, different from last year. You know, not I didn't get to travel Europe while
yeah,
we stayed in Hungary. So this year will be the first year that I get to travel around, play during the week, and then on the weekends as well. Uh, it's a step up for sure. But I'm expecting. I have a high expect. I hold myself to a high standard, especially when it comes to basketball. Like it's no reason to do this if I'm not gonna hold that high standard. So I want to contribute. I want to be a good factor for my team, whatever that may look like. Whatever we need to win, I do it. So that's really just what I'm looking forward to. I want to have a great year, just build off last year. I mean, I think my first year was a good start for me, and I think it's something I could build off of. So,
yeah, and you're obviously doing something right since, I mean, one of the
hmm.
better teams in Europe decided to reach out for you, which is kind of awesome. And
Hmm.
congratulations on that. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
thank you for finding the time to talk. I hope you enjoy playing in Romania. And you
Hmm.
guys faced a pretty hard task, if I remember, in the EuroLeague because you
Hmm.
play in Galatasaray,
Hmm.
and so this is going to be really tough. They are a really strong team. So
Hmm.
yeah, but I mean, good luck to you guys in the competition. If not,
Thank
EuroCup
you.
is
Thank
also
you.
pretty cool. So
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
either EuroLeague or EuroCup. Both are pretty great. So
Yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
lose here. Okay, so awesome. Thank you for finding the time and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.